Ladies and gentlemen, 2K24's trailer has just dropped along with a bunch of news, and all I can say is this looks wild. First things first, what everyone is talking about is the return of WrestleMania Showcase. 40 years of WrestleMania is indeed in the game. The mode that was first done way back in 2K14, the mode where you're able to go back in time to every single WrestleMania and relive moments, is back. This is what everyone is going crazy for. This is what seems to be the main selling point of the game. The trailer was all about this. This is what everyone's attention is on, and I think this is going to be fun. I think it's going to be a cool mode, but I'm just happy we once again are going to get every single WrestleMania arena in a game again. That's what I'm excited for the most personally, but it's weird to me. It's weird because you hear 40 years of WrestleMania and it's like, holy shit, we're getting it, and you're all excited, but it's like, just because we're getting it and the last one was fire doesn't guarantee that this one will be either. The main concern about this mode this time around is all the matches and wrestlers that won't be in the game, all the matches and wrestlers that were so important to WrestleMania history that due to contracts with other companies, they just can't be in the game. That's the one downside of doing a mode like 40 years of WrestleMania. It's going to be hard to capture the true magic of 40 years of WrestleMania when there's so many wrestlers that are going to be missing. Wrestlers like Edge, who has countless Mania moments, including a main event just 3 years ago, Daniel Bryan, who closed off WrestleMania 30, who's involved with Kofi Mania, can't do that either. Or how about Ric Flair, who had that iconic match against HBK back in 08, can't do that. Even Sasha Banks, who just a few years ago made history with Bianca, she won't be in the game, so you can't do that match. No Jericho matches this time either. Shit, even the Big Show won't be there for WrestleMania 20. The point is, I'm excited, but I'm more excited because of the arenas that are going to be in the game because of this mode, because I know they're going to have to cut so many corners to make this mode a possibility. It's not going to be what we want it to be. When we envision a 40 years of WrestleMania mode, it's not going to be it, and I don't even think it's going to be close enough to what the last one was. And most of it is not their fault, it's just unfortunate. So get ready to play Roman Reigns matches back to back to back, buddy. 40 years of WrestleMania is gonna turn into 40 years of Roman, Triple H, Brock Lesnar, and John Cena real quick, just versing each other. Get ready to play matches that you didn't even remember happened at WrestleMania. But what turns me off the most about Showcase mode, what kind of deflated all my excitement for it, was 2K confirming the return of the most annoying Showcase feature in my opinion. 40 years in the making, the 2K24 Showcase of the Immortals puts players in control, playing through the most iconic moments in WrestleMania history as 2K's distinctive slingshot tech seamlessly morphs gameplay to live action footage and back again for the most immersive. Bro, stop. It's like, no, nobody wants that. Nobody wants Showcase mode to just be a bunch of real footage. We're playing a game, so I want to feel like I'm playing the game. I want to see the game. Give me quick time events. Give me in-game cutscenes. That's what you guys did for so long, and nobody complained. I hate when you're playing a Showcase match, right? And you're having a solid match. It's pretty fun, and then the whole ending is just real footage, and then it just ends, and it's like, okay, what was the point of that? I recently did the 2K15 showcase, as many of you guys know, and I did it on last gen, and even with the graphics that did not age well, I had such a blast just watching the cutscenes that were actually in game. I'd rather do that 10 times out of 10 than watch the real footage. If I wanted to watch the real match, I would go watch the real match. I'm hopeful, I'm still excited, but it's just the way they've been doing showcases recently the past few years, the wrestlers that will be missing, the way they choose the matches sometimes is so stupid, the stupid mixed in footage. I'm just not holding my breath for the actual mode. But like I said, I am beyond excited to have all the beautiful WrestleMania arenas on next gen. But that's just Showcase, and if you're truly excited for that, I'm happy for you. But the best part of today was they didn't just drop the Showcase news and call it a day, they dropped bombs for us. I can't recall the last time a WWE game had this many new features or returning features announced. It looks like this game will have more new stuff in it than 2K22 and 23 combined. Let's get into it. Starting off with new match types and improvements on existing match types. Players asked and 2K24 delivers, with 4 new chaotic match types: special guest referee, ambulance match, casket match, and gauntlet match. Like, yo, 4 matches. Are we dreaming? Is this real? Can somebody pinch me? We were jumping for joy when they finally added War Games last year. Now we're getting 4 more matches. Special guest referee is going to be pure clownery, and I cannot wait for this match. Playing this match online with your friends is going to be buffoonery at the highest level, of the highest degree, and that alone might be worth $60. Just you and your friends playing special guest referee, screwing them over, attacking them out of nowhere. I had a blast playing this with a CPU. With your friends, this will be awesome. Ambulance match for the first time since the Nintendo DS is crazy, along with casket. They're great additions. Now realistically, it's not like these matches are going to bring you hours and hours of content, maybe special guest referee might, but like ambulance match and casket match are probably only gonna play these a handful of times and call it a day. But the fact that we have more options is so welcome. That's all we ever wanted, just diversity in the match types. The more the merrier. In addition, the Backstage Brawl now features 4-player support and interactive environmental elements, including a working elevator, breakable control room glass, and a vending machine with throwable sodas. Here comes the pain, Cole. I love it. Give us a sandbox, let us tweak, give us all the backstage, let us do all the buffoonery. That's all we want. Just let us do dumb shit. That is why we love wrestling games, and this looks super promising and actually fun to play. While the Royal Rumble now offers support for 8 online players and 30 Superstar online matches. Holy win. Online Royal Rumble matches are back. Will we disconnect from every match? Yes. Will 2K servers blow up after not being able to handle 8 online wrestlers at once? Yes. But hey, at least every now and then it might work, and it's a welcome addition. I pray that 2K somehow has better servers for this year. Please, God. All the familiar 2K match types such as War Games, Extreme Rules will also return. More details on each new match type will be shared soon. I think all those are amazing additions and all have potential. I think at the very least just give us more diversity, which they're doing, and those additions to me mean more than 40 years of WrestleMania. And I'm very curious on what they're going to change for War Games and Hell in a Cell matches and TLC matches. They have an opportunity to make those matches even more funner, even more crazier, and even more sandboxy, if that's a word. Gameplay upgrades. 2K24 features improvements to gameplay throughout, including super finishers, the trading blows minigame, top rope dive onto a group of opponents outside the ring, double title matches, new paybacks, and much more. New weapon types including trash cans, guitars, microphones, plus the ability to throw weapons allows players to bring the pain. No, like they're saying bring the pain. This is basically here comes the pain back to life. Throwing weapons is all I needed to hear. I'm sold. But it sounds like the gameplay actually got improved, and that is definitely needed. Super finishers sounds interesting. I hope it's not just top row finishers, because we already have those. Maybe it's the return of double finishers, we shall see. But all this sounds great. I hope the paybacks are good. I feel like those are very underrated and super underutilized in these games. But all in all, it just seems like this year they're focusing on the games to be more fun and crazy and more sandboxy and having more freedom and just doing more buffoonery, which like I said, I am always down for. Other than that though, they announced that all the other modes that we're used to are going to be upgraded. How much will they be upgraded? And yeah, we'll see. I mean, we already played this game last year and they did the same thing, like, hey, GM mode is better, universe mode is better, and it's like, technically, yeah, they were better, but it wasn't anything special. My Rise once again though is returning with 2 new storylines, a men's one and a woman's one, this time featuring voiceovers from Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, Mick Foley. I'm just surprised they got Roman Reigns to do voiceover. They haven't shared much, but it sounds promising, and I really hope that this year My Rise mode is taken a little more seriously and a little bit better because they have a lot of potential, but we'll see, right? They really haven't shared anything about it yet. One thing though that really caught my eye were apparently they're making changes to the camera. So they said plus improvements to ramp cameras and dive cameras, and the ability to move the camera during live gameplay provides the most visually impressive 2K experience to date. I think this is huge. I think people forget how much the camera does add to the gameplay, and this could be awesome. This will definitely make the games as immersive as ever, and I can't wait to change the camera so I could see the stage in the background, or just how cool it'd be to have a button mapped out to change the camera so you'll be wrestling, doing a move, and you're kind of doing your own camera cuts. Shit, at this point, we'll be our own Kevin Dunns. I think it will make the game feel a lot less restrictive and just opens a lot of possibilities. Like imagine, you know, you're about to do a move on the announce table and just changing the camera so you're right beside it and you're right there. I think it adds a lot. I'm honestly surprised they're adding this. This seems like such a niche feature, but it is an awesome one. It's just something that normally I feel like 2K would overlook and wouldn't feel the need to add, but the fact that they did, it shows a lot of promise. And lastly, another thing that they're finally doing, which definitely shocked me, it's something that I've been asking for on this channel for years now, is we finally don't have to wait until next year's game for the new WrestleMania Arena. Now, it is behind a paywall, but it is 2K, right? So what do we expect? It was always going to be behind a paywall, but I think this is awesome. The 40 Years of WrestleMania Edition will be available for $119 for blah 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 and comes with blah blah blah, but comes with the WrestleMania 40 arena, which will be available after launch. I did not see this coming. I thought this was a dream. When I read this, my jaw was on the floor. This is awesome. It sucks that it's not available for everyone. They're probably going to release it as a DLC anyway, but this is a huge thing, and I'm so glad they're doing it. An updated wrestling game, a game that updates as, you know, stuff actually happens in 24. We're finally getting live updates as a sports game should. Everyone else does it except for wrestling, but we're finally going to be able to have the WrestleMania arena of that year in that year's game. It shouldn't have taken them this long, and they should do a lot more with it, you know, like updating wrestlers during the game's life cycle. But hey, you know, we can't ask for that much, right? It is 2K after all. But yeah, overall, 2K24 looks to be something special, and it seems like a genuine upgrade over last year. This seems like a true sequel to 2K22 with actual new features and improvements. Last year, we got so caught up in the hype of the John Cena showcase. Like, we saw that trailer and that was enough for us. You know, so many people, including myself, the game was sold to them as soon as they saw the John Cena showcase. And when it came out, we were kind of left disappointed because, one, the showcase wasn't that special, and everything else, it just felt way too similar. 2K23, in my opinion, just did not age well. It had a very short life cycle. I enjoyed it for the first 2-3 weeks, but after that, I rarely touched it. But this year, even though Showcase is clearly the main selling point, I love everything else they announced, and to me, those features are so much more exciting than 40 years of WrestleMania. I just don't trust 2K with showcases anymore. I hate their slingshot tech, I hate the decisions they make with the matches, the no commentary, etc. And you know, you add in the missing wrestlers, which I know is not their fault. To me, this mode just becomes all about the arenas that I can use in exhibition and universe mode and whatnot. But like I said, luckily for us, if they didn't even announce Showcase today, like imagine the trailer dropped and it wasn't about Showcase at all. It was just about the match types, the gameplay movements, the new features and whatnot. That alone would have had me satisfied and had me excited. All this looks great, and now we just have to hope for that the actual game modes like My Rise and My GM, etc., they get actual improvements. But yo, I can't lie, I'm amped, I'm excited, and I can't wait because at the end of the day, this is still a new wrestling game. I'm gonna forever be excited for the next year's wrestling game and always be hopeful, but they definitely told us what we wanted to hear. I hope they live up to their end of the bargain, but from everything I've read, I am super excited for this.